Hey Phil, it's Yvonne Michel coming straight from the den every Monday. You're listening to episode 16, Start a Hobby. Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel, my podcast. I missed you guys so much. I know it's only been a week since I've spoken to you guys last Monday, but I just miss you guys so much. I love how much you guys been listening, all the comments. I really do appreciate every single one, and I wish I can respond to some of them, but maybe I can try to find a way to respond, like setting up my Twitter. You can find my Twitter at Iamyvonnemichel. And, if you have any questions or comments, I can definitely, I'm going to look them up, look at them, and I could talk about them on my podcast, and just maybe have like a Q&A, answer any questions that you may have for me or in general, and I could possibly give you the advice that you are looking for or anything like that. So I would really love that. We should definitely do that one day. Anyways, today is starting a hobby. So I brought this up because honestly, I want to occupy the fuck out of my time. Sometimes I feel like I have too much time on my hands, and the reason I said this is because I'm a multitasker. So I feel like if I'm only doing one thing at a time, then the time is gonna move slower, and I don't like when time moves slow. In order for the time to move faster, you gotta stay busy. That's just how I always felt. That's what I always look at, especially when I was a bartender or a server. The more you move, the more the time goes by. So I want to bring this to your attention, to occupy your time, because occupying your time is the best thing you can do to distract yourself from the literal bullshit. And I just wanted to share that with you because it's something that I needed to do, and I was like, fuck, what can I do to occupy my time? What kind of hobbies can I start? And let me tell you why you should start a hobby. You should start a hobby because hobbies help you to meet new people. Maybe you're stuck around the same people. Like maybe they could be overbearing, maybe toxic, or maybe just boring. Maybe you want something different. So this can help you meet new people who are also interested in that hobby, and then you guys can connect that way. It can help you to build confidence. Oh my goodness, it's a strong one. You can definitely build confidence from having a hobby because the more you accomplish, the more good you feel about yourself. And it just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, for example, I tried knitting for a couple of times within my years of living. And every time I try it, it's just, I accomplish more and more. There's a time that, I don't know if you guys know what knitting is. It's an old lady thing, I'm sorry. But I wanted to make a scarf for myself. And so I definitely learned a lot from what to do and what not to do. Don't move too fast with it. You have to be patient with it, because if you move too fast with it, then you're going to start, creating more loops than you want to create. And it just becomes problematic. So you definitely want to take your time with that. And I think that should apply to everything that you do. You want to definitely, especially if they're delicate or something that you don't know. I think that should apply to things that you're not familiar with. You want to take your time and be patient with it until you feel like, okay, I've mastered it and now I can do this and that and that and this. So this definitely does build your confidence, because the more success that you have, the more good you feel about yourself, and the more you want to push yourself to do better. Another one is, it's a learning experience. It's something new, it's something different. If it keeps your interest, then that's the best hobby for you. I'm not saying gambling, but as long as you're doing it for the right intentions, you're not going too crazy or addicted to it, then you definitely should continue. And like I said, it builds your confidence. The more successful you are, the more good you feel. Even if you fail sometimes, it just pushes yourself to be better sometimes, depending on the hobby that you're doing. And Another one is it could put your negativity at bay. So it could just keep everything, all the negatives just pushed down to the bottom. Like, we don't need it. Like, every podcast, I will most likely say this: fuck negativity, fuck all that bullshit. We don't need it. Like, it's just there for no reason. It's literally here to make you feel bad about yourself, which in this podcast, we're not doing. We're not going to make you feel bad about yourself. We may make you realize things about yourself in this podcast, but we're not going to make you feel bad. And we don't like negativity. Leave that shit at the door. Thank you. Bye. No, but for real, doing a new hobby, it just definitely makes you feel good about yourself, because it keeps the negativity at the bay. Like, you don't need it. All you have to do is walk into that room positive with that new hobby in your hand and just do it. Just do it. If you don't pass, that's like, if you don't do it good the first time, that's okay, because it's a learning experience. Another one is you can have personal growth. Like I said, you will grow with it. You will have your good, like, successful days. You'll have your non-successful days, but that's okay, because you will grow, you will learn more, and you will become better each and every day than the day you were prior to that day, okay? Okay. Another one is it keeps your creative bubble floating. It keeps you thinking outside of the box, is another way to say that, if you didn't understand the first way. So it really does just keep your creative bubble floating, and it just keeps your mind thinking. It helps you to create new things. Like I said, back to my side hobby was knitting. You know, I could possibly start knitting a scarf, but then I can go bigger and start knitting a blanket and doing all these different colors, or, you know, a certain texture of the fabric. I mean, the yarn that I would buy, you know, just different things, and it'll just have me thinking, oh, I can do this, I can do that, or maybe I can do this. And that will keep you interested and distracted from the bullshit. That's what we're here for. That's what hobbies are here for, boo. Okay, now let's talk about types of hobbies. You know, what really sticks out to you? Is it sports? Is it arts? Is it cooking? Is it traveling? I got a little list of certain hobbies. Now, yes, your hobbies can definitely turn into a career, which is a beautiful thing. Like, I love that for you. Love that for you. If you turn your hobby into a career, boo, you are not only doing what you love, you are living your dream. You are happy at your job. You know how many people can't say that they're happy doing what they want to do? You know how many people can say that? Majority of, I'm pretty sure only 5, I'm just guessing, don't really look at the statistics. I'm pretty sure only 5% of the world can say, or maybe of the US, can say they're actually happy doing what they're doing. Happy. Satisfied. Okay? The majority of this world, either middle class, lower class. So I'm, like I said, if you could find a hobby and turn that into your career and doing what you love every day or whatever day you have to do it, then I salute you. And if you listen to this podcast, you started your hobby and then you turned your hobby into a career, thank you, boo. I knew you was listening, boo. I knew you was listening. Okay, anyway, so here's the type of hobby. So for under the sports category, I didn't choose all of them, obviously, because this would be the longest podcast in life, but probably not, because people be having 2-hour podcasts. Maybe that'll be me in 2 years from now, but 2-hour podcast, I'd be like, shit, I'll get bored of myself. God damn. Okay, anyway, so sports. You could do golfing, of course, basketball, kickboxing, rock climbing, cycling. Zumba or yoga is also a kind of a sport, which, you know, I really love, because it's like, well, in a way, because it can be categorized as arts, because dancing is a form of arts. However, I don't think yoga is a form. It could be a form of arts. I just put it under the sports section, but if you want to put it under the arts section, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Under the arts section, you could do gaming, like poker or PS5s or Xbox. People make money off of that shit. I think it's off the online way. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't own one. Music, singing, dancing, you know, theater, you have painting. You can even start you can collect shit, okay, and make money off of that, make that into your career. Crafting, like I said, I do a little bit of crochet, and like there's sewing, there's knitting, all that. And then photography. Being a photographer, taking photos is a form of art. It's a beautiful hobby that's definitely turned many people into their hobbies into careers, which I think is so freaking awesome. Like, do what you love. It's so hard to find to do what you love. And if you found it, just put a jump start at it. Put as much money as you can to it in the beginning. You will get the best equipment you can in the future. But in the time being, get what you can to start what you want. And you will definitely get to your ending result in no time. If you keep your heart and soul into it, you will get there. Like how I feel right now about podcasting. Although it is a slight hobby to me, I adore this. Like, I'm putting my heart into it. Like, I live for this. Like I said, I love reading out comments and just all the support. I live for this. Like, I love it. So I will want to continue to do it because I'm putting my whole heart into it. Another category is like a food, like cooking. Some people do like wine tasting. That can be another hobby. Under travel, a lot of people like to take road trips, or they like to sail or boat. You know, that's a lot of different hobbies as well, like fishing for for boating or anything like that. So there's definitely a lot of different categories. If you're unsure what you want to try, definitely Google it. Google what are types of hobbies. I'm pretty sure they give you about 200 different types of hobbies that you may find interesting. And I honestly think you should at least have one. If you're not one, two, and we'll get into that later on, like how many you think you should have. But at least start with one hobby, no matter if it's in your own home, no matter if it's outside of your home, like a sport, then just take advantage of it, because it definitely it molds your personality. It molds your stability, and it strengthens you in a way. It strengthens your mental capacity. Emotionally, it strengthens you. And of course, physically, it will strengthen you. No matter what you're doing, you're moving, you're putting effort into something, so that does mold you physically as well. Some benefits of having hobbies can be that, you could just be yourself. You want to feel relaxed doing what you're doing. And what I mean by relaxed, I don't mean laid back, lazy, not doing anything. I mean, you feel comfortable what you're doing. You can, like I said, put your full heart into it without even flinching. You don't have to force yourself to do this hobby, because this is something that you wanted to do to begin with. You feel comfortable doing it. You feel your whole self while doing it. It feels natural to you. That's what I mean about feeling relaxed when you're doing that hobby. Another benefit is, like I said, physical health. It sharpens your mind. Also, like I said, if you could turn your hobby into a career, you can make some extra moolah or auto moolah in your bank account that you're making right now. It's coming from your hobby, then you are set, boo. And then this can help you, like I said, to mold your personality. It can help you to realize your real passion in life and just understand who you are inside and out. Like, I am a creative person. I sing. I love poetry. I'm very poetic. I have very deep, meaningful conversations with people that I talk to, and I do podcasts. So I love being artistic and just real. It can't get no realer than that. It really can't. Like, when it comes to me, I'm a Capricorn. I have nothing to hide. I will have those deep conversations with you, whether you realize it or not. Okay. So I want to say, like I said, we're going to get to this. Try to at least find 3 hobbies that you love. 3 hobbies that you love. And here are the 3 categories that can help you understand, okay, what 3 categories do I really need? Like, do I just choose 3 different sports? No, you don't want to overdo it in one category. You want to at least expand yourself into different ones. So the first one is, if you're going to choose a hobby, I would choose a hobby that you could later on make money in. If you're doing something that you love, you want to make money from what you love. A lot of people choose sports. A lot of people choose arts. Everybody chooses everything. But what you really notice is basketball players, football players, people who paint, they put their heart and soul into that. And it's a really hard game to get into, to get your art seen and paid for, okay? So do something that may potentially earn you money in the future. I just lost my train of thought. Oh. Another way to find a hobby that you love is one that helps you to stay in shape, no matter if it's Zumba, sports, again. Just help you stay in shape, to keep you moving, at least help you physically stay healthy. Now when it comes to cooking, you can do vegan options and actually, find ways to eat healthier in that way. And you could say, this is what helping me, stay in shape and buzzy like that. That's just an example for cooking. And like I said, Zumba, it keeps you moving, keeps you, your adrenaline going, keeps, you're doing cardio, so you're doing good into that. Another reason is, to find a hobby that you love is find one that expands your creativity. Like I said, when I'm knitting or crocheting, whatever I'm doing, one of those two, they're kind of similar, actually. They're just like 2 different tools or something like that, I think. Anyways, so one that expands your creativity. When I said that I'm like knitting and I choose like, okay, I did this scarf. Now I can do a blanket, but with this kind of material and this big and this long. Like, it just helps you to start thinking of different ways you can do certain things, and just helps you to become better. A bonus one, I said 3, but there's a bonus one. A bonus way to find hobbies that you love is to find one that betters the world. Like, maybe your hobby could be working at a soup kitchen, or just volunteering in general. Maybe you can volunteer at a fire department. Just something that helps you to better the world, to just make this world a little more greener. Granted, I definitely do not know what is recycled and what is recycled. Okay, I only know a little bit. Like, I know plastic is recycled, but I don't know about the other stuff like glass or paper or anything. Yeah, I don't know the deep depths, okay? So when I be seeing the different color bins when in the mall, if it don't have words like, this is paper, this is plastic, this is glass, I don't know, and I don't want to make no mistakes, so I just throw it all in the trash. So don't be like me, okay? Don't be like me. And if you are like me, boo, we gonna have to get through this together, okay? Which one do you think that you're gonna start this year? It's 2021, It's 2021. We're still in January. I mean, let's start a hobby now. Don't wait on it. Start on a hobby right now and stick to it. Realize, how happy you can be just doing something out of the box, being creative with it, or just changing, like I said, molding your personality. This can help you meet people who are also interested in that hobby, and you could possibly find your soulmate. You can find your best friend doing those hobbies and meeting those people. So it's definitely a step that you want to take in your life and do something different with, just to understand who you are as a person. So I want to tell you about the 3 things that I chose or that I've been doing. So the first one is podcasting. Obviously, you can hear me, right? I really, 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 really love podcasting. It has definitely changed me in a way. When I first, I think as I explained, I believe I made a podcast about, why I started podcasting. I definitely wanted to make a difference in the world. And so I know that I'm not gonna be able to make myself on TV anytime soon unless I'm a crazy person. So I was like, I can definitely take it one step at a time. That way it gives me a chance to work out any kinks that I may have, so that I can sound more clear, more professionally. Well, not professional, but because I'm raw as fuck. So I'm just gonna be real. Okay. So I guess that's my kind of professional in podcasting. No, and I really do love it. It like I said, it changed me in a way because when I was first thinking about doing it, I didn't have a mic. I didn't have shit, okay? I just had my laptop that I had for school for like 2 years. So I was like talking to my boyfriend. I was like, babe, I wanted to start a podcast. And he was like, what is that? And I was like, shit, you don't even know what it is? So many people don't know what podcasting is. But then I looked it up. I was looking on Apple Music and I heard a lot of people inspirationally and funny and mystery shows are on there. It's like so many different things. And I'm like, this is awesome. You can just drive and listen to it, because it's versatile in that way. But not to our non-hearing people. So that's why I said I want to make a new move to YouTube, but that will come when it comes, when I can make it come. Okay. Get out the gutter. Get out the gutter. So it just made me more I've always been productive, but it definitely made me more on task. It helped me get rid of all the bullshit. It kept me distracted from it. And it's definitely pulled me out a couple of deep shit that I've been in, especially for the past especially the end of 2020 when I actually started in October. So it definitely pushed me to a certain way. Another thing that I used to do, I don't do it right now because COVID bullshit. Zumba or just Zumba. I really, really loved Zumba. It kept me energetic, kept me moving, heavy cardio. I love it. And it's dance moves. I get to follow a dance move and then keep it grooving. And I put a slash to Zumba and I put gym. I do go to the gym currently. Mask on 24/7. 24/7 when I'm out the house. But all day, every day, mask on. But I do go to the gym and, keep my distance, of course. Just to stay in shape, just to keep moving, just to hit my goal weight that I've desperately been working on for all my life. So I am definitely going to the gym, and that's a slight hobby for me. It's because not everybody likes going to the gym. Not everybody likes doing that. A lot of people, people can just be walking outside. That can be their hobby. It's just walking, seeing outside, blah, blah, blah. But me, I have to go to the gym. I want to watch TV. I want to listen to the music and not feel like I have to look behind my shoulder every 5 seconds just to make sure that I'm safe. So being in the gym to me is more safer to me because I can see my surroundings. There's mirrors everywhere, blah, blah, blah. So I like the gym. I get to walk. It has everything that I need there. Elliptical is one, that shit is expensive to bring in your home, but honey. Anyways, and then the third one, like I already mentioned 500 times, is knitting. I really do enjoy knitting. It's very calming. I sometimes do get bored of it, especially when it's really hard to explain because you start with like 10 loops and then you can end up with 20 loops if you're not careful and paying attention. And that's happened to me like 20,000 times. And I'm like, boo, calm down. And as soon as I think I got it, I always end up with like 20, 25 loops. And I'm like, didn't I just start with 10? How did I end up with 30 loops? Like, what's going on? So it always ends up turning into something else, but that's when I have to be patient. And I really like that because podcasting keeps me creative. The gym keeps me in shape, and knitting keeps me patient and calm and, just collective. So I like all three of them are different. They're versatile and they really do, mold my personality. And I really do love that. And I hope that you can choose 3 that do the same for you. Because this is the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention in the first place. I'm not just bringing this to your attention to start talking shit about myself. No, I really want you guys to take it in your own hands, take up your own hobbies if you can. If you have babies, try to find hobbies that you can incorporate your babies with. Maybe it could be this, like I said, Zumba. You can do Zumba through YouTube, and they can dance with you too. They can think it's a dance party, but you're actually doing the moves on the TV, or they can actually learn the moves with you, and then that could be super fun and incorporating, and also staying in shape. So when should you start? Now, as soon as possible, tomorrow, if you can. If it comes into something that you need money for, like I said, I'm doing podcasting, so I had to buy a mic, I had to buy headphones. Take your time. If you don't have the money right now, take your time in getting those things. Like if you want to golf, you have to have golf clubs. I think you can rent them. I'm not fairly sure. I think you can rent clubs for the time being. And if you can, I would do that. I would rent clubs, take lessons if you really don't know what it is. And then, take your own time to buy clubs that are, perfect for you and your size, or whatever you have to do to get clubs. Choose something that interests you. Choose something that occupies your time. The longer you take, the longer you will miss out on any opportunities, on any new experiences, on any new friendships, or anything like that. So take your time, but start as soon as you can. Don't waste your time. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Let me start tomorrow. Like, no, tomorrow is today. Do it today. If you can, if it includes money, if you can. Or do something cheap. Like if you want to paint, like I've been seeing at 5 and Below, art canvases. 5 and Below is $5 and below, okay? So I think the art canvases, the thing that you paint on, okay, just letting you know. The art canvases, I think it's like maybe like $2 a canvas or something like that. And then they have like basic paint, colors, and coloring pencils and everything like that. And then I've been thinking about doing a sip and paint, so I think I'm gonna do that. Probably like around Valentine's Day, I'm probably gonna do a sip and paint with myself. Anyways, oh yeah, and I think 5 Below has like, why do I want to say stencils so bad? It's like they already have pre-outlined, like flowers, pre-outlined shapes and, paintings, and then you color it in and, do shit yourself. So I think or paint it in yourself. And I think that's really cool too, because if you, like me, don't know how to draw for shit, all I know how to do is draw a duck. Anybody who knows me knows that I say that shit. I only know how to draw a duck, and that's the truth. Oh, and a bulldog, because I taught how to make a bulldog. How to make the bulldog cheeks. But anyway, so yeah, the longer you take, the longer you're going to miss out on shit. So don't miss out. Do it as soon as possible. If it costs $2 at 5 and Below, I mean, if it's cheaper there, do it there. I mean, I wouldn't say like buy cheap shit that's going to break the next day, but at least buy something to get you started, to get you interested, to see if this is something that you think you can do for an everyday or an every week or consistent hobby, okay? Other ways to occupy your time are, instead of, if you feel like hobbies are just not for you, the other ways you can do to occupy your time is you can list your life goals, like creating a vision board. And that's fairly easy. You can get all your shit you need from a vision board from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has dollar books and magazines. They have first of all, it's Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna just keep saying dollar for everything. They have markers, they have coloring pencils, they have poster boards for $1, and they have different colors: green, pink, black, white. They have all those different colors for you to do your vision board and just lift your life goals and what you want to see yourself doing in the next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, etc. Decluttering your home is another way to occupy your time. You can redecorate your home. I'm not saying doing this all the time. I'm not saying redecorate your home every 5 days, but maybe you can, declutter and redecorate every holiday. Maybe that make you feel good about yourself in your home. And just the holiday coming through, like for Valentine's Day, you can have everything pink and white and red in your home, and teddy bears everywhere, hearts everywhere, just for the whole month of February, because that's the special holiday in February. Or decorated as Black Lives Matter. It's to your discretion. Okay? Another way to occupy your time, taking walks or jogs daily, if that makes you feel good, it keeps your heart pumping, it definitely helps you to stay in shape. So If you feel like going on a walk every day is a good hobby for you, go ahead and do it, boo. Nobody's gonna stop you. I mean, I would say do it when the sun is up. That's just all I would say, but it's to your discretion, like I said. Reading is another way to occupy your time. And lastly, do something that you wouldn't normally do. Dance, sing, get out of your comfort zone. This is the whole point of this. Getting out of your comfort zone, doing something that will shape and mold your personality, getting you to know yourself outside of yourself. You know yourself internally, but do you know yourself outside of yourself? Do what you wouldn't normally do. Like, I never did podcasting in my life, but I thought it was super interesting, and I was like, let me give this a try. I've never done Zumba ever in my life, but I was like, that shit looks fun, and they got Caribbean music blasting out their ass. Like, I want to dance with them. It looks cool. I paid $1,000. It's like, nah. It's like, nah. No, but LA Fitness is fucking expensive, okay? Okay. Anyways, and then knitting, same thing. I just thought, like, I want to make myself a scarf, and I have yet to make a scarf for myself. But when I get to the ending point, okay, of how long I want my motherfucking scarf to be, I will make that scarf, and I will show y'all my motherfucking scarf, okay? Just to show you that I'm doing my hobby. I'm doing my hobby. One day I was like, I'm gonna just knit everybody's scarves for Christmas, not knowing how long that will fucking take, okay? That will take forever. Like, I would have to start Christmas 2020 in order to make scarves for everyone for Christmas of 2021. That one is just ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous. Alrighty, my loves, you already know what it is. I just wanted to come to you guys again just to tell you about how to start a hobby and what my hobbies were and how occupying your time is the best thing you can do to distract yourself from literal bullshit. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention because it really does help me. It really does help me just to distract myself from all that. Because because when I'm constantly thinking about the bullshit, it really is just sitting in my head, in my mind, 24/7 at work, when I'm in my dreams, when I'm eating, when I first wake up. It's just bullshit. And you know what else is bullshit? Bills, okay? Bills are bullshit. And that's what's always in my mind all the time as well. So when I do my hobbies, everything goes out one ear and out the other. The only thing that's in my ear, wait, I said that all wrong. But everything goes in one ear and out the other, okay? And the only thing that I'm worried about is my hobby. Right now, I'm doing my favorite hobby, and that's podcasting. And the only thing that's on my mind right now is podcasting. Anyways, love you, Bill. Later, Bill.